Morning, if you're joining me, I'm just about to go live on my radio show. I've had a few technical glitches today, but we won't let that hold us back, shall we? Right, just getting comfy. I think I'm all nearly ready to go. Okay, let's hit it. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's go live. Thank you if you've joined me. Good morning. My name is Janie. I'm just about to go live on my show. There's been a few wacky things happening in the studio this morning, but we won't let that hold us back. Talking about conscious dance today. Right, I'm going to press start on the show. I'll talk to you as I come back during the music breaks. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hutt Radio. My name is Janie. This is the Joy Temple. It's a bit of a later start this morning. There's been a few little technical things happening in the studio that I needed to sort out. I'm no expert, but anyway, we got there. We have made it. We have made it on air. Anyway, I just want to let you know that we stream on iHeartRadio, and today I'm live streaming on my TikTok and my YouTube at the Joy Temple. So if you want to jump online, come and say hi behind the scenes. I'd love to see you there, and you can just be part of the show, but not really, but kind of really part of the show. Now, as I love to do every time I start my show, is to just begin with a little bit of an intention and some gratitude. Today, I have to say I'm feeling really grateful for this beautiful weekend. I have had a really busy few weeks. I've had, my son here, my husband's been away. So I'm just really feeling grateful just to have this beautiful weekend to relax and just do some of the things that I might not normally get to do when when life revolves around having other people in your space. My intention this weekend, it's all about dance. Dance, dance, dance. I will be heading off after the show today to catch up with someone who I've asked to help me put together my conscious style dance program that I have been working on behind the scenes. And tomorrow I'm heading off to Paikakariki to take part in an open floor conscious dance event. I'm pretty excited about that too. It's beautiful up in Paikakariki, so I'm going to go have some coffee and something from the Old Beach Bakery, and then check out this beautiful conscious dance event. Now, how has your week been? Has it been lovely? It is very chilly today, that's for sure. But overall, I feel like this winter has been pretty mild. I've quite liked it. Although today I'm quite rugged up, got a scarf, got a little head wrap on and a big woolly jumper because, yeah, it is looking pretty cold out there for this weekend. And what's something that you've loved this week? What has brought you joy? Wow, I've got a few things on my list. I was in the office on Thursday and I didn't have anything with me for my breakfast. Usually I have some Wheat Bix or something in the office. I went and got a jam donut and I had that for my breakfast and it was darn delicious. It was so good. Something else that's brought me joy this week was going swimming. I headed up to the Nai pool. It had been so long since I had done any swimming because back in May I had a tooth out. It's taken quite a while for that to actually heal to the point that I've felt okay about going swimming. That wasn't the main thing that was holding me back, but I've had family here, I've had things that I've been doing, so it was really nice to go and get back in the pool. I've really enjoyed having the house to myself. That's been really nice, just doing what I want for dinner, just, I don't know, just everything. Just not that I don't miss my husband. My God, it's just been like 5 weeks now. It's only a couple of weeks till he comes home, but he has been away for 5 weeks. So I have really, or 6 weeks even. So I have really missed him, and I'm really excited about him coming home. But it has just been nice to just have that time and that space to myself. And I've also been doing some craft because I love a bit of craft, and I saw that Spotlight had a sale on. So I went and got some like rhinestones. So I've got all different coloured rhinestones. And then I went to the warehouse and I got a pair of just white sneakers. And I just began gluing these beautiful rhinestones onto the sneakers. So I can't wait to wear them, but not in this weather because, baby, it is cold outside. So there we go. So that's some things that have brought me joy this week. And if you are tuned into my live on TikTok or YouTube, I'd love to hear about what's brought you joy this week. Now, I want to give you an update on my dance project because earlier this year I decided to apply for a grant through the Lower Hutt City Council and Creative New Zealand. There was about $112,000 worth of applications that were put in from people in the community of various, they may have been organisations, they may have been individuals. And I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to apply for a grant. What's the worst that can happen? They can say no, but they didn't. They said yes. And I'm so grateful to, have this grant because it enables me to buy a music license to be able to play music in public spaces. It has helped me to get some of the equipment I need, and I think right now I'm in this next stage of preparation. So this week I set up a Facebook page and an Instagram page. It is called Dance with Jani, and I've put a sign up for people to come and just, sign up, as it says, sign up to let me know your email if you would like to be notified when Dance with Jani kicks off. Now, the vision I have for Dance with Jani is kind of a conscious style dance with a twist, right? I know that for many people, dance is something that they don't have available to them, unless, of course, you're doing it in your lounge room, which is always fun. But what I want to do is bring a space together where people can come and dance. And it may not necessarily be to what people consider to be conscious dance style music. As I said, conscious dance with a twist is what's coming our way. And today again, I'm going to put the call out for instruments. If anybody in Lower Hutt or Wellington has any old percussion instruments lying around that they would love to donate for me to use for this dance project, I would be very grateful to have them. I'm thinking maracas, tambourines, what else? Bells, anything that you might have that you're no longer using in that percussion space, I would be more than happy to take off your hands. You can reach out to me at thejoytemple@outlook.com or on my Facebook page, and I'll be more than happy to receive those from you. Now, this dancing project of mine came about because earlier this year, well, in fact, it came about before I had this conversation with someone earlier this year, because I dance every day in my kitchen. It's just something I love to do to start my day. And someone said to me, why don't you just like start something up where people could come to dance? And I kind of thought about it and half thought about it and then thought about it again. And then earlier this year, I caught up with this lady I know. Her name is Tiffany, and she reads Akashic Records. And she was very clear that this is a path I should be taking. And if you've never had your Akashic Records read, it's a kind, what this is where you receive messages from your higher self, your masters, your guides, to give you direction in life. And during this reading, she was very clear about how this conscious dance style thing that I was going to do was going to unfold. So I noted all that down, and yeah, I just feel like it's given me a really clear path and direction of how to begin to get that underway. Anyway, this is the radio. We're here to listen to some music, and today the theme will be conscious dance. I'm going to talk about what it is, share some of the music that gets played at a conscious dance event. Now, I don't know if this first song I'm going to play would get played at a conscious dance event, but I just kind of liked it. So I figured that I'm just going to put it onto my Spotify playlist today. Now, this is The Business, and it is by Tiesto. I'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Hutt Radio, and my name is Janie. There we go. Morning, everybody. Hello, hello. If you are tuning in, let me put my glasses on so I can say hello. Let's get down to business. How's your weekend going? Oh, my goodness. Someone's asked me on YouTube how the weather is here today. Can I tell you what? It is bloody freezing. I think we're heading for a top of like 8 degrees. I'm going to do the weather in a minute. But yeah, it's really cold. It is really, really bleak and windy, but that's okay. I'm dressed for it. My husband, who is in India, he's got the opposite problem. He's boiling hot. And I'm like, well, you come home and I'll go over there because I love the hot. So I'm from Australia, and it's like the hotter the weather is, the better for me. I just absolutely love it. Now, I'd love to know who you are, where you're from, what's brought you joy this week. I'm talking about conscious dance. Have you ever been to a conscious dance event? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You got any tips for me? I'm here to take it all on board. Now, I do have to keep an eye on the music. It's your birthday. Hi, Aiden. Happy birthday to you. I hope you're doing something special today for your birthday. Now, my birthday's coming up next month, and I want to tell you what I do on my birthday. I've got a couple of seconds. Since I turned 50, which was, nearly 9 years ago, I was living in Melbourne, and I decided I really wanted to do something to honour my, incoming second half of my life. So every year on my birthday, I go somewhere, I strip down to my underwear, I take a gorgeous photo, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon. And I've taken photos in lots of very random places. And it's fully supported by my husband. He's my absolute amazing photographer. So do you do anything weird and wacky to celebrate your birthday? I have to keep an eye on the music, everybody. I've got lots of notes here for me today. Oh, here we go, coming back on air. Welcome back, everybody. That was Tiesto with The Business. It's 9:20 a.m. You are listening to Hutt Radio. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you might have taken some time today to hang out with me. Now let's have a look at the weather because, whoa, it is looking pretty wild out there. Okay, where do I start? Okay, today, 9th of August. What can I say except, hang on. Snow flurries coming. Oh my goodness, everybody. It says there's going to be snow flurries above 500 metres. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It is heading for a top of 9 degrees. We're currently at 7. Feels like 3. My goodness me, that is very cold. And tonight we are heading for a very low of 5. Oh my God, snow flurries. Can you believe that? Today there will be showers, some heavy snow flurries above 500 metres and strong southerlies. Now, how low would 500 metres be? Where would we get that snow? Well, probably on any of the mountains around here in Wellington, I reckon. And when I first saw snow on the mountains around Wellington after arriving in New Zealand, God damn, I was so excited. It was like one of the most beautiful, precious things I've ever seen because There's not many places in Australia where you just get to see that in your kind of hometown. I know in Australia they've had lots of snow at present in really random places, like up, I think, in the Tablelands in New South Wales. So yeah, we are in for the cold snap this weekend. Now tomorrow, let's see what's happening. Oh, no snow tomorrow, but we are heading again for a top of 9, a low of 6. There will be more showers and there will be southerly gale forced winds. So hold on to your hats, everybody. Wow, what a weekend coming up. Now, today, talking about conscious dance or ecstatic dance. Have you ever been to one? How was it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I'd love to know. You can join me on TikTok or YouTube at the Joy Temple and tell me about your experience with conscious dance. So what do you think about when you hear the words conscious dance? It could sound a bit new age, a bit spiritual, a bit mysterious, and it could conjure up visions of hippies in fisherman pants, dancing in the woods after smoking the wacky tobacco. It might be partly that, but at its core, conscious dance is a simple, profound practice, and it's about moving with intention. It's about listening to your body and forming a connection with yourself and others without the need for any words. And today we're going to find out more about what this dance practice is, where it comes from, and hear some of the music that fuels these dance movements around the world. Maybe during today's show, you might like to move to some of the music and spend a short time just being in the moment and feeling all the feels that come with this form of dance. And you can listen with your whole body. I think that's the point of conscious dance, right? Being mindful, being in the moment, being in the flow, not being distracted by anything else that might go on with your life. And I really love the power of dance. When I lived in Melbourne, one of the things I always wanted to do was learn salsa dancing, and I had the opportunity to pick that up after leaving my marriage and moving to Melbourne. And what that did for me was gave me a place where I just could go every week. Sometimes I'd go a couple of times a week, and I never had to think about anything. I just walked in that door, and whatever I might have been feeling at that time, whether it was stuff around work or whatever it was, I could just leave it at the door, because when you are dancing, you are just in the moment. And especially when you're learning to dance, right, you are focused on what you're being taught. So for me, it was really a life-changing thing. It really helped me to build more confidence. I learned to do something that I've always wanted to do. And it just, it helped me become more mindful and just enjoy it. So, dance for me is one of the things I really love. Now, let me see. What are we going to play now? This song might be one that you could hear at a conscious dance event. And this is Moby, and it's called Natural Blues. I'll be back in a moment. This is a beautiful song, isn't it? How's everyone doing today? Can you believe we might get snow flurries in Wellington? Oh my God. That is too exciting. Wellington is kind of snuggled in around the mountains here in New Zealand, so there is lots of places that possibly could get snow today, down to 500 metres. Wow. Anyway, I'm dressed for it. Now, if you're in Wellington and you want to start coming to my dance things, reach out and sign up at Dance with Janny, because I will send you all the details as things get up and running. I'm thinking maybe it's something I can start to kick off for spring. Like, wouldn't that be beautiful just to be able to come and dance into spring? Excuse me. Feel free to dance along. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Shane. Hi, Sayano. Morning over on YouTube. Oh, I've got some things to share with people today. I still can't get over the snow. Oh my God. Feeling excited about that. Do you like my flowers? I made all these flowers and put them on my jumper. They're so, so cute. I love them. All right, nearly ready to come back on air. Welcome back, everybody. That was Moby. Now, I need to share a couple of things that are coming up here at Neko Neru. They're in the same building here with us at 215 High Street in Lower Hutt. And they have the Cat Cafe, right? And they're also a really great sponsor and supporter of Hutt Radio. And they've got some things happening. In fact, there's a lot of things happening in our building at present. There's a new restaurant coming in. There's a Thai restaurant. I think it's called Father Thai. I don't know when it's opened. But for the Cat Cafe, here's what they've let us know that we need to share. They are doing special events on Friday nights. They're going to be having regular quiz nights, board games, movies, artsy craft stuff, and tasting. So people can, plan ahead for some of these events. Now, they're saying here Friday events are from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It looks like, in fact, there's a lot of scribble. Look, I'm going to show you the scribble. See the scribble there? It looks like that just come down every Friday, right? Maybe contact them, see what's happening. But as I said, there will be quiz nights, board games, arts and crafts, movies, and food tastings. Now, I don't know if this is all happening on one particular night, every Friday night, or whether, for example, one night will be the quiz night, next week will be the board games, and then the arts and crafts. I can probably go upstairs and check with them on that. They've also got some 2-for-1 deals on Thursday nights and some deals for students until 6 p.m. So I hope that helps you if you're a cat lover. Why not check out Neko Neru? They have Japanese treats as well. And They a cat rescue organisation, and they rehome cats to people. And you can come and do cat therapy, which is also really, really cool. Now today, talking about conscious dance. What is conscious dance? Now, in a broad term, this conscious dance is a variety of dance practices that are typically free form and without choreography. They aren't dance classes as such because you don't have to follow steps, it is just free movement. Instead, you use the space and the music to feel, to express, and to let your body move however it wants. And I think one of the things around dance is that people often feel very self-conscious about it. Sometimes people can actually be traumatized through, being on a dance floor and having others maybe make fun of them, or just make it uncomfortable for people on the dance floor. Conscious dance is a kind of moving meditation where the music acts as a guide and it takes you down a different path of emotion and energy. And the aim is to be your whole self and not worry about how you dance or how you look. I love that because that's one of the things that I do when I'm dancing in my kitchen. I don't care how I dance or how I look. And conscious dance also provides an inclusive space that is free of judgment and a space where everybody is welcome. And I think that's what's really important, is that when we make others feel welcome and part of our community, not only does it build sense of self, but it does build community, and that's really, really important. There are some ground rules that come with conscious dance, and within this community, the intention is for them to be drug and alcohol free, so to be sober events. You also need to be respectful of your own body and the space of others. And you need to come with an open mind, be present, and just, understand that you don't need to have any dance experience. You are just there to just enjoy that moment and enjoy being in the dance. Now I'm going to play another song for us now. Now this song is called By Anna, and it is by Baker Matt. And this apparently is one of the most popular tracks used in conscious and ecstatic dance. Let's take a listen to this. I'm going to find that for us. So this is By Anna by Baker Matt. I'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Hutt Radio. This is the Joy Temple, and my name is Janie. You might have heard this song. If you like any of this music, it is on my Spotify. I have put it on my Spotify. Good track. They need a dance floor here in the studio. My paperwork. I love this. This is going to be having some rotation on my playlist. Oh my God, it is so wild outside. Far out. I hope the weather's nice wherever you might be. Welcome back, everybody. That was Bayana by Baker Matt, and that is one of the most popular songs that is used in conscious dance. And I can see why. It was real good. That would bring really high energy. It's kind of fun, and yeah, I could easily move along to that all day. Now it is 9:38. You are listening to Hutt Radio. This is the Joy Temple. My name is Janie. I hope you are settling in. And just having a beautiful cruisy morning. It is pretty wild out there. Expecting some snow flurries today and cold temperatures and lots of rain and wind. Some of the normal stuff for life in Wellington. Today I am talking about conscious dance because I am in the throes of getting my own dance project ready to launch, and it's going to be conscious dance with a twist, mindful movement. And I want to talk a little bit about the history of conscious dance because it has, roots in ancient rites through to modern movements. And dance has always been a spiritual or self-expressive practice. And Indigenous cultures have used dance in rituals, in ceremonies, and for healing. And examples of this are things like the Sufis who do trance dance. There is also the ecstatic movements of ancient Greek bacchantes or the sacred dances of many African and Native American tribes. Now, the ancient wisdom began to re-emerge in new forms in the 20th century. Oh, the 20th century, can you believe that? And a pioneer of this dance revival was a dancer and choreographer called Gabrielle Roth, and she created a dance style called Five Rhythms. This is back in the 70s. And she developed this practice for movement and self-exploration, and it could be used for healing. The Five Rhythms style of dance is something that you do have to go through quite an intensive accreditation process, and it consists of 5 different styles throughout the workshop. And these styles of movement create a wave of energy which guide dancers through a complete emotional and physical journey. And the movements of the 5 rhythms are flowing, staccato, chaos, lyrical, and stillness. And this form of dance is very popular, and it does have a solid footing around the world. And I think in October there is something happening. I'm part of a group called Conscious Wellington, and if you're into the 5 rhythms style of dance, check out their page, search up 5 Rhythms New Zealand, because there is some people coming to do some workshops on 5 rhythm dance. Now, many other forms of conscious dance have emerged, and these include things like ecstatic dance, which usually features a DJ kind of led journey in a sober environment. As I said, conscious dance, people believe that it may be fueled by drugs or alcohol, but it's different to a rave, okay? So conscious dance is something that is usually done in a sober environment and encouraged as a sober event. Now, there is open floor, which is a lively, therapeutic, meditative, free-form practice which focuses on aspects like grounding, centering, and expansion to help and explore and express our inner world. And I'm actually going to try this tomorrow at Paikakariki. I'm heading up there. I think there's 10 o'clock till 11:30. There is a class or a workshop on, and I'm going to go and check that out. And they encourage you to obviously wear comfortable clothes, bring a blanket. Don't know if we're going to have a little sleep, and to bring a journal as well so we can share some of our reflective experiences in that. So I'm really excited about that. That's something different for me. I'm going to go and have breakfast at the bakery and then go and do some dancing. Now these dance styles, the 5 rhythms, open floor, ecstatic dances, many others, there's so many other different types and forms of conscious dance, but these dance styles all use movements which have a common theme. They are there to help us connect with our true, authentic self. And conscious dance has been shown to help people get out of their head and into their body. And I think often we spend a lot of time up here in our head. We're overthinking, we're thinking, things are always going on and on and on in our mind that sometimes we find it very hard to stop. And once we can find a way to stop that overthinking, that can help us to reduce our stress. It can help us to improve our well-being. And this is one of the ways that we can do that. In our really stressful, fast-moving world, this is a really big step to help us, reverse some of the things we're doing in our, autopilot world and allow us to be mindful and present. This is a way that we can let a deeper part of us take the lead. We're listening to our soul, we might be listening to our intuition, and the music that we, listen to at these dances helps us do that. We just need to be willing to show up and move, right? We just need to take that first step to make that decision. Everything that we need to do and change in our life comes from making a decision, and this is no different. So let's explore some of the parts of conscious dance and the music that can be reflective of this practice. And a conscious dance should start with a build-up, okay? The music would usually be gentle and grounding, and the build-up helps you to tune into your body and invites you to feel the floor. So you need to start to get grounded. And in this part of the dance, you may simply just be present, you may do stretching, but whatever it is, you're going to have some really nice, gentle music to help you get underway. Now, the first piece I've chosen to support this part of the dance is a classical piece, and this is Clair de Lune by Johann Debussy. And look, there are many ambient mixes of this, but I have chosen to stick with the original because it is such a beautiful classical piece, and I can totally understand why this would be used in a conscious dance event, because it is very moving, it is very powerful. Now, a conscious dance event can go for an hour onwards, right? So obviously you need a lot of music, you might need a lot of different styles of music. But let's begin our conscious dance experiment this morning with this one, Clair de Lune by Johann Debussy. I will be back in a moment. You're listening to Hutt Radio. Okay, this is what you might hear when you're starting off a conscious dance workshop. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Belinda. Lovely to see you on the live. Thank you for popping in to say hi. We're talking about conscious dance today. Got some weird things rattling in here. I better go and check that out. Hang on. what to do about it. Anyway, I'm just going to float back in. This is what I'd be doing at a conscious dance. Okay, I'll sit down now. Anyway, if you feel like dancing along, just let the music take you wherever it needs to take you. I don't know why the speaker's rattling. It's really weird. Okay, I'm going to go and see if I can stop it. How distracting. Anyway, not to worry. Okay, everybody, how you going? What's everyone up to this weekend? Have you got any exciting plans? The speaker is consciously dancing, Belinda. Yeah, maybe it's enjoying it. Maybe not much classical music gets played here and it's like, oh, what the heck? How random. So Belinda, we're expecting snow flurries down here. What about where you are? Oh, this is beautiful. Welcome back, everybody. That was really beautiful, wasn't it? That was Claire de Lune by Johann Debussy, and a piece of music that might start you off at a conscious dance event. And the intention is to just start to slowly move, to stretch, to start to be, to start to feel grounded. And I think that music really embodies what that part of the conscious dance is about. Now, another part of the conscious dance experience is flow, the peak and release. And this is where the music starts to build and it finds a more rhythmic and energetic pace, and it will often have a pulsing beat. And this part can be where things and yourself might get a little bit chaotic. And this is where you get the chance to release all the energy that has been stored up inside of you. And we do like a good energy release, don't we? Now, you can shake out anything that you may be feeling and also release any emotions. And I think one of those really important parts of conscious dance is that it is a safe space. It is a place where you can feel whatever it is you need to feel. And, you know, often dance, especially dance therapy, is used to help with trauma, to help people heal. And conscious dance provides a place. Although, you know, for dance therapy, people have to be licensed and they have to be experienced in supporting people who might be having that therapy. But for conscious dance, you know, you can come along and know that you are in a safe space where you are free to feel what it is you need to feel, to move your body how it is you want to move your body. and begin to move into your own power and to feel that passion that comes with this part of the dance, the peak and release. So I've got a couple of songs that I'm going to play here. Now the first one is Samba de Uma Nota So by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And then the next one I'm going to play part of, because it is quite long, is called Cacao by Mose. So if you were to look for music in that conscious dance space, you know, you can go onto SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, and just you know, Google, search for conscious dance music, and you will find heaps that you can use if you want to practice some of this at home yourself. Now it's 9:53 a.m. Everybody, you're listening to Hutt Radio. My name is Janny. This is the Joy Temple. We're talking about conscious dance today, and I'm going to play another couple of songs for you. As I said, the first one is Antonio Carlos Jobim, and this is Samba de Uma Nota So. I'll be back in a moment. That's not it. This is it. Live radio. One of the great things about conscious dance is that you never know what you're going to get, right? Music can be anything from clown music, trance music, any style. Now, hello if you're joining me on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, it is very cold here in Wellington, and it's very grey and bleak, and well, what to do? Just rug up, I guess, and watch out for snow flurries. We're not going to get them down this low because we are kind of at sea level here in Wellington and Lower Hutt where I am. But out on the mountains, maybe around, I don't know, Johnsonville, they might get some snow, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'd love to know who you are, where you're from. Have you been to a conscious dance event? Do you love it? Do you hate it? You got any tips for putting events together? And more importantly, what brings you joy? I think I should do a show about Latin music because I love Latin music. Oh, this is our next piece for peak and release. This is called Cacao. It goes for 9 minutes. A lot of this music goes for a really long time. I'm not going to play 9 minutes of it though. Oh, Belinda, that's a great thing to do, sitting in front of the fireplace. Yeah, nice. It certainly is that kind of mood, right? I have found that winter here this year has been very, yeah, very different. Like the last few years, it's been super, super cold, but this year I haven't found it so cold. But this weekend, yeah, it's here. It's here. I like this. Oh, there's a bit of sun out. Now this music is not super fast, right? It might speed up, but if you're doing something like ecstatic dance, it's going to go like wild. Hi, Tan. How's Auckland today? It's pretty cold down here in Wellington. We're expecting snow flurries. Thanks for tuning in. Talking about conscious dance today, everybody. Yeah, it's chilly here too. Woo! How good is this song? Maybe I do need to play the whole 9 minutes. Do you know what? I am so excited about having that opportunity to get out in the community and just create a space for people to come and dance. It's like, it gives me joy thinking about it. Because I think about people who may not want to go to a club, who may not know where to go, who may not have the money to go and do any of this stuff. And for me, this is going to be an event or events, like there's going to be multiple. They're either going to be free or cohort or a minimal cost, but just to be able to give people a place in this area is just, it makes my heart sing. Now, following my show today, I'm heading into town because I work in the city 3 days a week, and I go to a place called Raglan Roast on the terrace. And if anyone goes to Raglan Roast, say hello to me if if you see me. And there's this young girl who works there, and I was telling her about my dancing and the grant, and she said, if you need any help, like I'd be happy to help you in return for coming to an event. And I went home and I thought about that. And what I did was when I saw her next, I said, look, if you would like to help me set all this up, I said, I obviously I can't pay you because this is money that's been given to me to help run these events, but not to kind of pay people wages. And I said, if you'd like to help me with this, I would love for you to be part of the setup. And she was so grateful because she said, I'd love to learn how to put events together. She's really passionate about dance, especially conscious dance. So I'm going to meet her today and we're going to start mind mapping a bit more about this. And I just feel really excited because part of the work I do outside of my main job is, I'm a life coach, a sobriety coach. I mentor people, and to be able to help other people upskill and keep them, going on a path, or help them find a path about things that they're passionate about, is really exciting for me. So I'm really looking forward to going and catching up. If she hadn't have said anything to me about this, I probably would have just been carrying on doing my own thing. But to be able to give someone else a chance to do something that they want to do is really cool. So I encourage people to speak up. If you've got something on your mind, something that you're interested in doing or pursuing, reach out to people, start to knock on doors or talk to people, because you don't know where those conversations may take you. Right now, the conversation is about conscious dance. I'm just letting this play out because it's so good. As I said at the start, if you feel like dancing, just get into the moment. And if you're interested in knowing about the Dance with Janie that I'm starting, I've set up an Instagram and a Facebook page, Dance with Janie. You can go and you can sign up to find out what's happening and when. I'll be letting you know when it's all going to kick off. And if you like this music, it's on my Spotify. I've got a playlist called Conscious Dance. Okay, I'm ready to come back on live. Wow, welcome back everybody. How are you feeling after that? Are you feeling like you're just kind of in a little bit of a, I don't know, higher energy vibration at the minute? Never thought I'd be saying that. I'm talking about conscious dance today on the Joy Temple on Hutt Radio, and if you've just tuned in, my name is Janie. It's 6 minutes past 10. And the reason I've chosen to talk about conscious dance is because I've just completed a conscious and ecstatic dance facilitation certification. That's a mouthful. And this is now enabling me to, I guess, gather more tools and knowledge around putting together conscious dance events. And what I'm doing today is talking about what conscious dance is, how it can help us, and just going through some of the phases that you might encounter at a conscious dance event. We've talked about the build-up, where the music is very kind of ethereal and slow, and we might be doing some like stretching or just grounding. And then we've got the peak and release. And I've just played 2 tracks. One was Samba de Uma Nota So by Antonio Carlos Jobim, and this last piece was called Cacao by Mose, and that was just absolutely beautiful. I loved it. So this is, we're going into that peak, well, we've been in that peak part, and now we are heading into the part that is called stillness. And here in the power of stillness, you know, we've been in the flow, the experience continues, and we move into another part. And this is where we start to become still. And this is the time in conscious dance where you will blend all your energy and you'll start to feel the afterglow and the warmth and the serenity, and just simply be and rest in the moment. So you've had that kind of starting off gentle, you've had that real high energy phase where you have been moving continuously. Perhaps there has been some direction by the facilitator of things that you might do. And in some conscious dances, you know, people might start a conga line. They might do playful activities, and some of the things I want to do is like bring balloons where people can move balloons around. It's just all about, you know, exploring, and that's really cool. So yeah, in this part of the conscious dance experience, the music now invites you to slow down, to breathe, and to just sit with yourself, right? Keep moving. And the music here is more melodic and gentle. And I'm going to play another song now, just to keep us in this flow of conscious dance. And this song is called Una Mattina by Ludovico Einaudi. And this piece has a gentle, repetitive melody, and it builds a sense of calm without being distracting. So that's what we need here. We need to just be able to keep in the flow, keep in the moment, and just let everything that we've just experienced through that high energy part of the conscious dance just settle and, you know, sit with us and flow through us. I'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Hutt Radio. My name is Jani. This is the Joy Temple, and this beautiful piece of music coming up now is called Una Mattina. I'll just get my buttons ready. Can you see how this takes you on a journey? Like this journey of maybe coming into a space feeling a little bit like overwhelmed or stressed or frantic, and then going through this whole process of just releasing. Oh, let me turn that down. Going through the process of releasing all of that energy. It's really beautiful. Okay, everybody, I'm going to stop that piece because Spotify has picked the wrong piece, or actually I've picked the wrong piece. That was not Una Mattina. That's the song I'm going to play next. Welcome to live radio, everybody. This song is Una Mattina, and here we are in the, we're heading into the power of stillness. There was nothing still about this move here in the studio. Let's press play again. There we go. I've just started using Spotify for my music. I used to try and use like MP3s and YouTube and stuff like that. And then I thought, no, I'm going to get a Spotify because I'm going to need it for my dance workshops. And sometimes I press the wrong buttons. Ta-da! I remember at one of my jobs, I used to work for a big bank in Brisbane, and I had this really cool boss. She was, she was just like lots of fun, but also very realistic, right, in expectations, which is important. And she instilled in all of us the importance of failing gloriously. So like, if you effed up, she would say, if you're going to fail, just fail gloriously and bow down and just, own your shit. And I think that's been a beautiful kind of life lesson for me. Failing is something that people hate to do. We all feel awful if we fail at something, but it's a part of life and it's one of the best ways that we can learn. It absolutely is a great way to learn. And let's listen to this piece of music, hey? This is where we're experiencing the power of stillness. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. I really, really appreciate it. I love sharing stuff on my social media, but I don't know, I'm just kind of busy at work and yeah. So this just gives me a nice opportunity to connect with people, I think, when I do my lives on a weekend. Welcome back. That was a beautiful piece. Once I got it right, once I got it sorted, that was Una Mattina by Ludovico Einaudi. And that part, that music represents the power of stillness if you're at a conscious dance event. I really enjoyed this show today. Not that it's over yet. I've still got a little bit more to go, but it's been really nice sharing about conscious dance. And you can really see how the music can actually take you on a journey, which I think is really beautiful. It takes us on a journey. Now, we've had the build up, the peak, the power of stillness, and now we start to come to this last part of a conscious dance workshop, which is called the wind down. And in this phase, dancers are in reflection. They begin to move back into the awareness of their bodies and start to connect with the world off the dance floor. And dancers may sway and they may move gently, and in some environments a closing circle may be formed or some other way to begin to close out the dance event. One of the things about relaxation is, have you ever been in a relaxed state and you're asked to kind of go into that space where you are fully relaxed, you're not thinking about anything, anyone, not being anywhere else but in that relaxed state. And then you start to feel yourself, you're invited to come back and feel your body against the floor, or feel, your fingers start to move, whatever it is. That's bringing us back to this space of being aware and present of our surroundings. And that's where this part of the conscious dance will do that. So of course, there's going to be another style of music for this. And this is the song that I hit play on before when I accidentally bumped the wrong button. But now the wind down is happening. In fact, my show is starting to wind down. I do have a little bit more music to play, but I will be heading out the door very soon. But before I do, let's wind down our conscious dance experience that we've had here this morning with this song called Carry Me Home by Sode Ven. I'm going to press play on that and I'll see you in just a moment. right song now. This is the beauty of live radio, everybody. When I first started doing my show, like, you should see the control panel. Let me see if I can show you the control panel. I'll do you first, TikTok. There it is. Look at all this. Look at all this you got to deal with. There's a lot. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of things to check out. Now I'll show you YouTube. Come on, here we go. Here's the live panel that we use. Lots of things here. These buttons all control different. Oh God, where do I start? You know, we have 3 microphones in the studio if we have guests in here. We've got a phone hookup that you can use. So different music outputs here to think about, lots of things. So yeah, when I first started, oh my God, not only was there a lot to learn, but there was a lot that I could do to make it all go wrong. Anyway, let's listen to this song. I'm just making sure I don't take the wrong paperwork home with me today. Oh, I see there's been a few new people join me on my live on TikTok. Gigi, hello. Belmont75, hello. DL, hello. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. Morning, Kumiko, hello. I'm talking about conscious dance. Have you been to a conscious dance? Maybe you live somewhere in the world where they hold conscious dance events all the time. I think in Wellington there's just a couple of places that do it. I know in the city, at Thistle Hall, they do some conscious dance events. I'm going to Paikakariki tomorrow to do an open floor event. I'll let you know all about that next week, I reckon. But I think it's going to be fun. I've really enjoyed this music today. It's been good. Oh, beautiful. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you from, Kumiko? I'm in Lower Hutt. Oh, nearly time to come back on air. Well, that was another beautiful piece in our conscious dance journey here on Hutt Radio. This is the Joy Temple. My name is Jenny. You know, in that last part of the conscious dance, the music is gentle and spacious, and you can, you know, I can feel that when I listen to that. I can just feel that it is allowing you to reflect, to, you know, remain open, because now you'll probably be heading out the door after your conscious dance experience back into the real world, but you'll be able to hold on to all of those beautiful emotions and feelings that you have felt while you have been in that space. That was gorgeous. Now, I need to talk about other stuff now. Because here at Hutt Radio, we have a few other live shows coming out of our studio, and I need to give a shout out to some of our lovely supporters. Let's talk about our other live shows first. So today, me, Janie, the Joy Temple, here on a Saturday morning. Following me at 11 o'clock, we have Light in the Valley, which is a Christian music and life reflection through the light of the gospel program. It has a Filipino flavour to it, and Angelica usually comes in with her beautiful group of people to present this show. On Sundays from 11 to 1 p.m, we have the Fresh Brew Show with Ted Bagley. And Ted keeps us up to date with what's happening in the local music scene, and he interviews some of Wellington's hottest upcoming bands and artists. So really worthwhile listening in to Ted on a Sunday because he has some great local guests. On Tuesdays, we have Andrew Hardwick from 1 to 2 p.m. with his Change Habits and Thrive program. Andrew is a hypnotherapist, and each week he covers off a different topic relating to a habit and how we can change our habits and, thrive. And then on Wednesdays from 12 to 2, DJ Doo-Wop Ryan comes in and he brings in his turntable, which is really cool. And he spins vinyl. He has a great repertoire of music. He does some vinyl chat, music and venue promos, gig guides, along with film and album reviews. So that's our live shows that come out of our studio here each week. Now, I want to really give a big thanks to Neko Nehru and the Cars Inc. Museum in Trentham for their support. They help keep us on air. We are a charity, and if you're somebody who would like to support us through either advertising or sponsoring one of our live shows, please get in touch with the station, hello@huttradio.co.nz. We would be really appreciative of your support. And if you're somebody in the local area who's interested in having your own show, we're also on the lookout for presenters to come in and do live shows out of our studio here on High Street in Lower Hutt. It's a really great thing to do. It is volunteer, but it's really great experience. You get a chance to be part of the community and support the community through having your own show. You might like to volunteer in other areas as well. We're always looking for people who can help us out with some admin stuff. And yeah, as I said, you can get in touch with us, hello@huttradio.co.nz, or you can get in touch with any of our presenters and, reach out to them and they can pass your details on to our station manager. It's 10:26, everybody. I'm going to wrap up now because I'm heading into the city. I've got a catch up with this lovely young lady who's going to help me put my dance programs together. So I just want to say that, I hope you've enjoyed this time going through a bit of a conscious dance experience of what it might be like if you ever attend an event. Engaging in conscious dance is a very powerful tool for joy and for self-discovery. And I think that's really important. The things that we can do to build joy into our life are going to help us feel more content and more happy. I always believe that, if we're in a place in our life where we're doing stuff that isn't making us feel good or making us feel happy, then we need to stop. And, sometimes that can be really hard to do that, especially, if it is around work or around relationships. But we need to find a way to keep going on the path to take us towards more of those things that bring us joy and happiness. Okay? It's really important for us. Conscious dance enables us to connect with our sense of self and to the wider community. Okay? And it gives us another platform to engage in expressing and connecting with our own inner wisdom and our bodies. And there's this incredible movement happening right now where we are tapping into our own intuition, into our own power of our bodies, whether that is through healing through channeling, whatever it might be, we have all the answers inside of us. And we only have to reach in and start to explore them, which I think is, something we owe it to ourselves, with this beautiful, beautiful gift of life. Right, I am going to wrap up now, everybody. It is 10:28. Stay safe out there. It is looking pretty wild, very windy. We've got some gales coming tomorrow, lots of rain, snow flurries, which I'm very excited about. And because today the theme has been about dance, I'm going to leave you with one of my favourite songs. This is from the Purple Disco Machine, and this is called Beat of Your Heart. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I hope you do things that make you feel joy, make your heart sing, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. There we go, everybody. Okay, done. We should have a little dance before we go. Bye, Belinda. Thank you for subscribing, Kumiko. Bye. Thank you if you've joined in today. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Don't I look lovely? Oh, hell yes, I do. Let's play a bit more of this song before I go. Anyway, if you're interested in my dance project that I'm working on, you can check it out on Instagram and Facebook. Oh, far out. There's so many now. Dance with Jenny. That's what it's called. Do you know what I do after my show? I go up to the local fruit shop and I get a real fruit ice cream. I don't care that it's like so flippin' cold outside. I love real fruit ice cream. I pop up there, I get one. I call it post-show necessary, revival. Hope you're dancing along. Alrighty, everybody. It's time for me to say, see you later, alligator. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, Belinda. Bye, Kumiko. Thank you, everyone who's joined. I'll see you next week, or I'll see you on either of these platforms when I'm dancing every day. Ciao for now. Right, got all the buttons sorted. Bye, everybody.